Hey, how are you doing? My name is Jeremy Wenger with Legacy Driven Life, and I wanted to share with you, on behalf of someone who asked me this question, what exactly is forgiveness? See, just to give you some more story about me, if you haven't come across my story before, after going through multiple variations of child abuse, my when my parents after my parents divorced, what happened was where I went through just tons of things of drug addictions to low self-esteem, depression, and different things, and that where I I decided to I decided to, after I turned my life around, to actually give what I had. And the more I understood how much I was loved and forgiven, and how um, just how things were not held against me. And the more I understood that about myself, and it was demonstrated to me in my life, I started putting in these principles and to restore the relationship with my dad. And what took place was something beyond beautiful. It was the most uncomfortable thing in the world. But what I realized is that the more I started to put in these boundaries and do a myriad of other things, what happened was I started to have more peace. Yeah, every time I thought about my dad, it didn't come to the point of where I was angry beyond belief, or where I was I felt like inferior, or I didn't feel any of that as things went on. And so forgiveness, to answer that question, is forgiveness. You can tell when you've forgiven someone that when the person or the situation comes up, that it doesn't bother you anymore, that you're okay with what happened. This is where it is now, and you just understand that what was done cannot be changed, and now this is where you're at, and that you have peace in your heart. Now, how you come to those terms is where, being able to arrive at that closure, to get that answer, that's what's so important. And so forgiveness by itself is when when you have peace in your heart, that with a person or the situation that may have happened, that it's okay, regardless of what could have been done, what should have been done. It's about now bringing that legacy forward and saying, okay, this is what I will do from now on. And applying those principles with my dad over 2 years. He was actually murdered when I was 18 years old in 2010. Applying those principles not only groomed me, but also trained my mind to see it through a certain lens. And applying that to any type of circumstance from now on is simpler. It's not easy. I have to do it every day. There are people that are people and do things because they believe it's the right thing to do. And when it comes down to it, it's truly not about what could have been done or what should have been done. It's about, this is where we're at. That happened because of certain variables, and understanding what your responsibilities were, and understanding what they did, and then coming together in a way that you come to terms, and each person understands where each person is at, or the situation, and then having that answer. Something that you may not be happy with, but then if it's not something you're happy with, then bringing understanding to that. Forgiveness is based on understanding. And what's beautiful about it is that how you arrive at that is something that is meant for another episode. But I want you to know that when you can truly tell when you have forgiven someone, when you're at peace with what happened or with that person. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in. My name is Jeremy Wenger. And I'm living proof that no matter what your situation is, no matter how bad it is, there's always a way, and there's always hope. Once again, my name is Jeremy, and I'm with the Legacy Driven Life. Talk to you soon.